I now call the session to order. And would any senator like to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I would.
Go ahead.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right.
Amen.
We'll now move on to the attendance. Senator Colton.
I guess I'm here.
Senator Jones will be voting.
She's a little busy.
Senator Bank. Is that a present?
Yes, present.
All right. Senator Phillips. Senator Phillips is absent. Senator Dakota will be voting proxy. Senator Reinhardt.
Present.
Senator Algorithm.
Present.
Senator Ryan James will be voting proxy. And Senator Sterling.
Present.
All right. With 5 in attendance, 3 voting by proxy, and 1 absent, we have quorum, which will now bring us to the presentation and voting of the agenda. Senator Colton, your vote.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, okay.
Senator Camp has chosen by proxy to... Senator Cam has chosen by proxy to vote in favor. Senator Bank.
Aye.
Senator Dakota has chosen to vote aye. Senator Reinhardt.
Aye.
Senator Algorithm.
Aye.
Senator Ryan James has chosen to vote aye, and Senator Sterling.
Aye.
With 8 in favor and none opposed, the agenda passes. Let me turn down my volume real quick. Okay. We will now move on to opening remarks. And if would anyone like the floor?
I would.
All right, Senator Sterling.
Of course.
Thank you. I'd like to congratulate Senator Colton Warren on becoming President pro tempore. Congratulations. You'll do a great job. I yield the floor.
All right.
Or request the floor.
You have the floor.
I'd like to bring the attention of this body to the an act brought before us by the British, a proposal for the Bank of England to become, in essence, the financially United Nations. Normally, you'd consider this a good deal because it would help us build an economy for our country. I very much want that. Would be at the mercy of the British in any of our affairs. If we ever do anything that they despise us for. I understand it's not on the agenda, Mr. President. Thank you for the peanut gallery. However,
I didn't say it wasn't.
President of the United States, it's in the call.
Oh.
It's open remarks. I'm free to speak on whatever I please, President Green. Now, this proposal has been championed by our president as it was create an economy. However, give the British essentially control over our foreign affairs, and that's in direct violation of the oath our president swore to myself at the start of April. This bill touches the Senate because I believe it will touch here first. I ask my colleagues block it. And the alternative would be a World Bank or an IMF, not for it to be based in London and completely controlled by the British government and Crown.
I motion to proceed.
All right, we will now proceed to voting on the items of the agenda. So item number 2 is H.R. 1301, the Federal Election Commission Act of 2017, proposed by Representative or Speaker Cassidy. And the floor is open for discussion.
I motion to proceed.
Does anyone second?
I second.
We will now proceed to a vote on item number 2, H.R. 1301, the Federal Election Commission Act of 2017. Senator Colton.
Yay.
Senator Cam has chosen by proxy to vote in favor. Senator Bank.
Aye.
Senator Dakota has chosen by proxy to vote in favor. Senator Reinhardt.
I yield. Aye.
Oh. Senator Senator Algorithm.
Yay.
Senator Ryan James. Oh, he's chosen by proxy to vote in favor. Senator Sterling.
Aye.
All right. With 8 in favor and none opposed, this bill passes. Which brings us to, hold on, let me cross this out real quick. That and that. We now move on to item number 3, HJ Res 1302, an amendment to the Constitution proposed by Representative Sanders. And the floor is open for discussion.
I motion to proceed.
I second.
I second.
All right. We will now vote on item number 3, HJ Res 1302, an amendment to the Constitution. Senator Colton.
Yay.
Senator Jones is chosen by proxy to vote in favor. Senator Bank.
Aye.
Senator Dakota is chosen to vote in favor by proxy. Senator Reinhardt.
Nay.
All right. Senator Algorithm.
Yay.
Senator Ryan James has chosen by proxy to vote in favor. And Senator Sterling.
Aye.
All right. With 7 in favor and 1 opposed, this amendment passes. Which brings us to the next item on the agenda, which is H.R. 1302, the Military Reformation Repeal Act of 2017, proposed by Representative Geverett. And the floor is open for discussion.
I motion to proceed.
I request
I
the floor.
Senator Reinhardt has the floor.
I spoke with Mr. Gervald on this piece of legislation. Essentially, his argument is we should repeal because the act that he wants to repeal is not being enforced. The logical, thought process here would be to give the original bill some teeth. However, instead, he chooses to opt out and bend over to the White House not doing their constitutionally written job. I ask that we deny this and... Sir? I ask we deny this and propose a new act to give the original act actual teeth. I relinquish the floor.
I just wanted to let you know that you keep cutting out. I didn't want some of your remarks to not be heard by everyone else. Just wanted to let you know. Okay. Does anyone else request the floor?
I motion to proceed.
All right.
I second.
With no one requesting, we will now proceed to a vote on item number 4, H.R. 1302, the Military Reformation Repeal Act of 2017, proposed by Representative Geverett. Senator Colton.
Aye.
Senator Cam has chosen by proxy to vote in favor. Senator Bank.
I abstain.
Wow, that was very loud. All right, Senator Bank abstains. Senator Dakota has chosen by proxy to vote in favor. Senator Reinhardt.
No.
Senator Algorithm.
Yay.
Senator Ryan James has chosen by proxy to vote in favor. And Senator Sterling.
Aye.
All right. With 6 in favor, 1 opposed, and 1 abstaining, this bill passes. Which brings us to the next item on the agenda, which is H.R. 1303, the Felon Rights Act of 2017. The floor, and it was proposed by Representative Tucker. And
I motion to proceed. I motion to proceed.
Second.
Okay. With no one requesting, we'll go ahead and move on to a vote on this item. Senator Colton.
Nay.
Senator Jones has chosen by proxy to vote nay. Senator Bank.
I vote nay.
Senator Dakota has chosen by proxy to vote nay. Senator Reinhardt.
Abstain.
Senator Algorithm.
Abstain.
Senator Ryan James has chosen by proxy to vote in favor. And Senator Sterling.
Aye.
With 2 in favor, 2 abstaining, and 4 against, this item fails, which brings us to item number 6, which is S1309, the Department of Commerce Rank Change Act proposed by Senator Sterling, and I'm assuming the author will want to request the floor, and he has the floor.
Actually, I don't want to request the floor, but thank you, Mr. Vice President. I yield.
Oh, okay. Does anyone else request the floor?
I motion to proceed.
I second.
I second.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and move on to a vote on S1309, which is the Department.
Mr. President, I requested the floor before the motion was made.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you.
I didn't
but
hear
yes,
either.
You have the floor.
So, if you look at this, it's essentially regulation passed by Congress to govern the executive. This is a clear violation of Article 2. I told the author when it was written, if you don't want the president writing your chamber stand-in rules, then we should not write the day-to-day affairs for the executive departments. This sets a horrid precedence. It will most likely end up in the Supreme Court. If we pass it, it'll highlight the incompetence of the current Congress. I urge all my colleagues to vote nay. I relinquish the floor.
All right. Does anyone else request?
I request.
You have the floor.
Thank you. Well, first, Senator Reinhardt, the Secretary of Commerce, actually supports this bill, and plus we actually, to change the ranks, we need to actually pass a bill to do so. Well, and that's what I have to say, so I yield.
I request the floor.
You have the floor.
I believe, to the best of my understanding, that the Secretary of Commerce is not an expert in our Constitution, sir. And I also believe that we can change it through an executive order, as has been done in the past. There is no act of legislation which says it cannot be done through executive order, and I believe that's how it should be done. I relinquish the floor.
Can I have the floor?
Sure. You have it.
I mean, we saw something similar when the U.S. established the Homeland Security Department. The real-life U.S. passed an act to create that department, so this isn't exactly anything too new that Congress is doing. Yeah, I'm done.
I request the floor.
Senator Sterling and then Senator Rosie will have the floor, or Senator Reinhardt. So go ahead, Senator Sterling.
Oh, okay. Because I just think that all of our points have been made. We have 14 bills. I think we all stand on our current issues. So after Reinhardt speaks, I think we just should proceed. I yield.
All right, Senator Reinhardt.
Okay. To counter algorithm, or however you pronounce your name, sir, we never made the Homeland Security through executive order, pointing that out, like the creation of a department as opposed to changing its internal regulation, which a part of its ranks are a part of its internal regulation. Different things. You're comparing apples and oranges right now, and your point is mute. I relinquish the floor.
I motion to proceed.
I second.
All right, we'll go ahead and move on to a vote on S1309, the Department of Commerce Rank Change Act proposed by Senator Sterling. Senator Colton, your vote.
Aye.
Senator Jones has chosen by proxy to vote in favor. Senator Bank.
I vote aye.
Senator Dakota has chosen by proxy to vote aye. Senator Reinhardt.
No.
Senator Algorithm.
Aye.
Senator Ryan James has chosen by proxy to vote aye. I keep forgetting that some of these people are voting proxy. And Senator
We
Sterling.
miss him.
This is a hard decision. Aye.
All right. With 7 in favor and 1 opposed, this piece of legislation passes, which brings us to the next bill, S1311, the Government Efficiency Act, proposed by Senator Reinhardt, and the floor is open.
I motion to proceed.
I motion to speak, sir.
You may have the floor.
The Government Efficiency Act would eliminate the 2-week vacation period that employees of the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Secret Service are granted. You've signed up to do the job, sir. If you can't do the job, then you aren't given weeks of leave just because you've worked for a month within an executive department. Not only does this make our federal government more inactive and make it incredibly hard to actually fire people that are incredibly active to hire people that are better for the job, that our Congress will most likely refuse to eliminate. I relinquish the floor and motion to proceed.
Our request.
Senator Sterling has the floor.
I think Senator Reinhardt's intentions are good. If I'm not mistaken, this abolishes the employment bill authored by former Senator Ramsey Clark. Further on the agenda today, I propose a bill that replaces the Employment Act. So it not only abolishes it, but also makes a suitable replacement. I introduced this with President Pro Tempore Warren. So I think that is a much better bill because it not only abolishes it, but also replaces it. So that's why I asked senators to vote nay. I yield.
I request the floor, sir.
You have the floor.
Yeah. Now, it's not that we need to replace this. We do not need to give people vacation time. It's Roblox. If you don't want the job, then leave. It's incredibly simple. You are still giving them vacation time. You do not need vacation from working in a virtual Federal Bureau of Investigation. It's obscene. This and pass your own act is disgusting. I relinquish the floor and motion to proceed.
I request.
I request the floor.
Senator Warren.
All right. So, not only he made a point. It is Roblox. We don't need every officer to be there every day. People have school. They have work. They have family events. They have everything that they need to do before Roblox. Roblox should not be their priority. However, it is somewhere we come to have fun, and it's a game. Exactly. So there should be more vacation time, especially during exam weeks and stuff like that. I think we can all agree that we need to give employees more rights, and repealing their rights and calling them, I believe Senator Reinhardt called them lazy, and he might have put some expletives in there.
Point
too.
of order, sir. I never used the term lazy.
We can go back in the record later, but I think that we need to give them more rights, if anything, and not repeal rights.
Okay, let's go ahead and does anyone else request?
I do.
Senator Sterling, you have the floor.
I also have to remind Senator Reinhardt and Senator Clinton, if you forgot, that the employment bill does not only does vacation, it does other things like how people can be fired and a lot of other things besides just vacation. So we also have to put that into effect. So with that, I yield the motion to proceed.
Point of order, Mr. President. The President Pro Tempore broke the stand-in rules when calling me out directly. I request he be removed from the floor by a majority vote.
Let's go ahead with that. Then.
All right. I suppose that's a motion. So does anyone second the motion?
If you won't stand up for our stand-in rules simply because of who violated them, then we are not a nation of laws.
I motion to proceed.
I second.
Without a sufficient second on that motion, we'll go ahead and proceed on a vote on this legislation, which is S1311, the Government Efficiency Act, proposed by Senator Reinhardt. Senator Cole.
Nay.
Senator Jones has chosen by proxy to vote nay. Senator Banks.
Nay.
Senator Dakota has chosen by proxy to vote nay. Senator Reinhardt. Senator Alcorn.
Nay.
Senator Ryan James has chosen by proxy to vote nay. And Senator Sterling.
Nay.
All right. With 1 in favor and 7 opposed, this particular piece of legislation fails. Which brings us to item number 8, S1312, the Discrimination Repeal Act, proposed by Senator Reinhardt. And the floor is open.
I request the floor.
You have the floor.
At this point, given the recent appointments to this chamber, I'm seeing more and more that there's not much purpose or need of me speaking on this floor. However, the Discrimination Act that was written by, again, Ramsey Clark and Commando Patriot about a year ago clearly outlines that nobody shall have their constitutional rights violated as per to the I don't think they're aware that the 14th Amendment and the equivalency here, the 11th Amendment, already grants that. It's like passing a gun or a gun rights act. It already exists. Not only is it, again, red tape, legal discrepancy, and something for our courts to bitch to us about, it needs to go. And again, if you're going to continue to push the sour tempore, then please do so. I relinquish the floor and motion to proceed.
I second.
All right, we will now proceed to a vote on item number. Sorry, I forgot to mark this out. On item number 8, S1312, the Discrimination Repeal Act proposed by Senator Reinhardt. Senator Colton.
Nay.
Senator Jones has chosen by proxy to vote nay. Senator Bank.
Nay.
Senator Dakota has chosen by proxy to vote nay. Senator Reinhardt. Senator Algorithm.
Nay.
Senator Ryan James has chosen by proxy to vote nay. And Senator Sterling.
Nay.
All right, with 1 in favor and 7 opposed, this bill fails. Which brings us to item number 9, S1313, the Court Inactivity Act, proposed by Senator Reinhardt. And the floor is open.
I must proceed.
Senator Reinhardt has the floor.
The Court Inactivity Act was by the request of the Chief Justice, due to the fact that we had no formal anything to charge the justice that was his impeachment was brought forward to us last week. This will make it a requirement for the House to submit impeachment articles for any inactive justice. So under Joseph, myself, and the early portion of Reed's tenure, were very active, and it was very good for the country. However, it started to slip back again, given recent political appointments to the court. So the solution here is the Court Inactivity Act. Activity Act, then you obviously support the courts doing their job and them being able to, better our country. Motion to proceed.
I second.
All right, we will now move on to a vote on item number 9, S1313, the Court Inactivity Act proposed by Senator Reinhardt. Senator Colton.
Nay.
Senator Jones has chosen by proxy to vote nay. Senator Bank.
Aye.
Senator Dakota has chosen by proxy to vote nay. Senator Reinhardt. Senator Reinhardt.
Aye, sorry.
Senator Algorithm.
Aye.
Senator Ryan James has chosen by proxy to vote aye. And Senator Sterling.
Aye.
All right, with 5 in favor and 3 opposed, this legislation passes. Which brings us to item number 10, S1314, the Revised Employee Rights Act proposed by Senator Sterling. And the floor is open.
All right, Quest.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Now, last session, Senator Reinhardt introduced a piece of legislation which abolished the Employment Act. Though I voted against that bill because we needed a solid replacement. And I worked with Senator Warren to make such a replacement. And now we have introduced that today. It's a great bill, as hopefully you all know, and I hope you guys support it. Thank you. I yield.
Motion to proceed.
Second.
All right. We will now vote on item number 10, S1314, the Revised Employee Rights Act proposed by Senator Sterling. Senator Colton.
Aye.
Senator Jones has chosen by proxy to vote aye. Senator Bank.
Aye.
Senator Dakota has chosen by proxy to vote aye. Senator Reinhardt.
Nay.
Whoops. All right. Senator Algorithm.
Aye.
Senator Brian James has chosen by proxy to vote aye. Senator Sterling.
Aye.
With 7 in favor and 1 opposed, this bill passes. Which brings us to item number 11, S1315, the Revamped Jurisdiction Act proposed by Senator Bank, and the floor is open.
I request the floor.
You have the floor.
Thank you. I'm introducing this on behalf of Judge Jamal Duncan. That is why I motion to allow him to speak on the floor.
Second.
Allow who to speak on the floor? I apologize.
I motion for that to be put to a vote. Jamal Duncan.
All right. If you are in favor of Jamal speaking on the floor, please vote in favor in the Senate chat. Or yeah, everyone just vote aye or nay to him speaking. All right, in the opinion of the chairs, the ayes have it. So let me go ahead and give him the Senate tag. Give me a second. All right, if you can notify him that he's been given the tag, he can go ahead and join the tag or join the chat. All right, he is here. He just needs to undeafen himself. Mr. Duncan,
Yes.
You're sent here to speak on your bill S1314. So the floor is you have the floor to speak on this.
Thank you. I'd first like to say good evening, senators. First, I'd like to thank Senator Bank for presenting my bill. I'll start with this. By reviewing our laws, I noticed the flaw in it. Two laws are contradictory. The first law, Continuity of Justice Act, outlined judicial jurisdictions. The second law, Court Jurisdiction Act, done the same without nullifying any previous or conflicting laws. So I spoke to the speaker. He suggested one had to be replaced. So I took the liberty of authoring a bill of my own, which is the one being presented to you today, the Revamped Jurisdiction Act. The goal of this bill is to simply give clarity to the courts as to what cases you have original jurisdiction upon. I encourage you to aid this bill for the sake of clarity for our federal courts. Lastly, I highly encourage you to approve the nomination of Mr. Seeker, federal judge. He's an intelligent, competent, and dedicated legal mind. He has proven how worthy he is through his tenure as a United States attorney. Thank you for this opportunity. With that, I yield.
I'd like to pose a question to the judge, Mr. President.
Okay, you can.
First, I spoke to both the Secretary of Defense and the Attorney General on this act of legislation. Neither of them are in favor, saying that the act's poorly written, the appellate court is unnecessary, and the Secretary of Defense believes that a military court should be installed, and this act clearly leaves it out. Do you have a rebuttal to that, sir?
Well, I do not, as it is a matter of opinion, of which, I don't deem necessarily, I wouldn't say relevant enough for me to speak on it, but, I disagree with it. I feel that a military court has been attempted in the previous bills. I think it was either Continuity of Justice Act or Court Jurisdiction Act.
You're incorrect, sir. There has never been a military court properly attempted within this country.
Which is exactly my point. This will give that power to the federal courts.
You clearly said that that we've tried it before. Secondly, you didn't answer my question, and the Attorney General said that an appellate court is unnecessary due to the inability of the executive to currently fill the...
With respect to the Attorney General, I disagree with that. I'm not going to...
Why are you politicizing yourself currently by not only authoring legislation but lobbying it in a legislative chamber, sir? Isn't that in strict violation of the oath you took?
I motion to force shield Mr.
Actually,
Second.
I believe a force shield needs 2/3, right? So.
Yes, sir.
And I urge my colleagues to allow him to answer this question because these are punitive questions.
I would like to answer this question.
Vote on the force shield in the chat. Keep going, Senator Reinhardt.
I asked a question. I've yet to receive an answer.
Yes, and I will answer that right now. I do not believe it's in violation of the oath that I took. I feel that there is indeed a flaw within our law, and that actually applies to the court, which is why I even made the bill. So it's me
Okay,
advocating
no, but
for
can you recite the
clarity
oath
within
that
the
you took, sir?
court that I'm currently the chief of, just as the chief justice have gave his opinion on multiple legislation presented to this chamber.
Senator Diego, please vote
No,
on the
but
force
can you
field.
recite the oath? Can you recite the oath that you gave when you were sworn in as the chief judge?
I can pull that up
Mr.
for you right
Duncan.
now.
Senator Diego, please vote in the chat.
Please do.
He may be AFK.
I do solemnly swear that I will administer justice without respect to persons and do equal right to the poor and the rich.
With 2/3 of the Senate voting in favor of the force yield, Senator Reinhardt is force yielded. And Senator Duncan, do you have anything else to speak on this legislation?
Judge Duncan.
Or I'm
Yes,
sorry,
yes,
Judge
Senator.
Duncan. I don't know why I said Senator.
Yeah, I think he should represent it. That speech he gave was pretty good.
All right. Does anyone else request the floor? All right. Without anyone requesting, we'll go ahead and proceed to a vote on S1315, the Revamped Jurisdiction Act, proposed by Senator Bankdude. Senator Colton. Senator, you voted aye.
Yeah, you voted aye.
All right. Senator Cam, Senator Jones has voted aye by proxy. Senator Bank.
Aye.
Senator Dakota has chosen to vote aye. Senator Reinhardt.
No.
Senator Algorithm.
Aye.
Senator Ryan James has chosen by proxy to abstain. And Senator Sterling.
Aye.
All right, with 6 in favor and 1 opposed, 1 abstaining, this bill passes. Which brings us to item number 12, SJ Res 1302, the Hawaii Act, proposed by Senator Reinhardt. And the floor is open for discussion.
The president requests the floor. I motion to allow President Green to speak on the floor.
All right,
Aye.
we'll do a voice vote. All in favor of allowing the president?
Aye.
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 All opposed? And the president is recognized.
I'd like to thank the Senate for allowing me to speak to you guys on this important issue. About a week ago, Senator Reinhardt and I made a trip to the United Kingdom, and we also met with Hawaii. And before the former Prime Minister of Hawaii, Cap Fan, was urging Hawaii to support state succession from the United States. Luckily, we were able to speak with the Hawaiian government and the United Kingdom to discuss a peaceful resolution to this conflict between Hawaii and the United States. This amendment allows Hawaii to be recognized fully by our entire government to allow to be their own independent sovereign nation. Hawaii has been a very close ally. They have helped us against NUSA. They have helped us against a lot of things. And this also is a compromise between our two governments to make sure that that no member on the United Nations Security Council or a major political power like Hawaii is able to give support to states that want to succeed, like California, Texas, and Alaska. They have already pulled their support away from all of them due to negotiations between the new prime minister and I. If this is passed, we will also have a 50th state, Puerto Rico, so we can have our 50 stars. I urge the Senate to pass this as it's passed the House. It should pass the House, I hope. I thank Senator Reinhardt for working with me on negotiating with the British and the Hawaiian government. And I hope that the Senate passes this because the executive and Senator Reinhardt and I did promise the UK and Hawaii that this would be passed, so that our allies' sovereignty will never be questioned in the international community or in this government. By declining this amendment, you are also hurting our great ally who's helped us in many times, and they've also supported us through tough times. Thank you, and I yield.
Motion to proceed.
Second.
All right, we will proceed to a vote on item number 12, SJ Res 1302, the Hawaii Act, proposed by Senator Reinhardt. Senator Colton.
Aye.
Senator Jones has chosen by proxy to vote aye. Senator Bankdude.
Aye.
Senator Dakota has chosen by proxy to vote aye. Senator Reinhardt.
Aye.
Senator Algorithm.
Aye.
Senator Ryan James is chosen by proxy to vote aye, and Senator Sterling.
Aye.
With a unanimous vote of 8 in favor and none opposed, this joint resolution, has passed the Senate, which brings us to item number 13, N1310, Apollo QI for United States Attorney, with President Green making the nomination. And the floor is open for discussion.
I request the floor.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Now, despite this person being in NUSA, he had a high positions there. He's extremely experienced. I think we need more people like him in the USA. That's why I urge my fellow colleagues to vote in favor of his nomination. Thank you, my colleagues. I yield the floor.
I motion to proceed.
Second.
We will now proceed to a vote on this nomination. Senator Colton.
Yay.
Senator Jones has chosen by proxy to vote in favor. Senator Bank.
Aye.
Senator Dakota has chosen by proxy to vote aye. Senator Reinhardt.
Abstain.
Senator Al Grillem.
Aye.
Senator Ryan James has chosen by proxy to vote against. And Senator Sterling.
Aye.
With 6 in favor, 1 opposed, and 1 abstaining, this nomination passes. Which brings us to the last item on the agenda, which is N1311, DXRK seeker for Associate Judge of the Federal Court. And the floor is open. I believe he wanted to speak. If anyone would like to motion for DXRK to speak.
I motion to allow Darkseeker to speak on the floor.
All right, all in favor say aye.
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 All opposed? All right, let me let him know.
Can we set a limit on the time that, like, how long it's going to take him? Or he's there. Okay, never mind.
It shouldn't take too long. If it gets too lengthy, then
Well, I meant like if he didn't join, but he's here, so never mind.
Oh, all right. Well, he's here. DX, you have the floor. You can speak, or you can type, and someone will narrate it, or I can narrate it. So, yeah. Members of the Senate. I honestly wasn't planning on giving a speech, so here we go.
Okay.
As you know, I am currently serving as a United States Attorney. This past weekend, I have won 2 of my cases. Including V_Olean, Jonathan O'Hughes, etc., etc. As you also know, I don't have as much experience in the judicial branch, but that is not a reason to deny my nomination. If anything, it is a good thing. Being so new to the judicial branch can bring a new point of view, which is key to reviving the federal courts.
I motion to count Senator Jones present?
Second.
We can do partial. But
Well, I mean, so she can vote on this.
yeah, she can vote, but in the agenda she still has to be marked as proxy, because if we do partial, then it's marked as half. So on her attendance record. So. But yeah, she can vote, yes. I hope to get several things done if confirmed as federal court judge. I don't know what else to say. You can say you yield. Thank you.
I request the floor.
You have the floor.
Yeah, I'd like to ask the candidate a few questions.
Sure.
And I ask my colleagues don't remove me from the floor this time because I toss them a hardball. So you said that it's a good thing. Senator Reinhardt of North Carolina. That you don't have any experience in the judicial branch. I'd agree for Congress. It's always a good thing to have a new outlook, the executive with the legislature. It's always good to have new energy in the executive. But I'm completely inapt to disagree with you. It is not a good thing to have people with very little legal experience enter the judicial. Know the laws, and you need to know court precedents. So what I'm going to ask is, how many cases have you overseen as the United States Attorney, and how long have you been the United States Attorney?
DX says, well, Senator, I have not been serving as the U.S. Attorney for long, as I was nominated about 2 weeks ago.
All right. This is second of 3 questions here. So you said get something done. That is incredibly vague. Do you have an actual idea on what you're going to do, or are you just filling time? You said you're going to get things done or something along those lines. Do you have an actual idea on what you're going to get done, or was that just filler for your speech?
Well, during my time within the United States, I have sensed some type of bias towards the prosecution, which is something I am against.
So there's also the matter of your conviction, which you ran down a police officer.
He said, what conviction?
I was the U.S. Attorney, sir, when you were tossed in prison for assault on a police officer. One of the police officers is currently a senator in this room. So, or this call, sorry. Convicted of assault of a police officer, Colton, remember?
That was
Was it David Willen? Sorry.
I guess because you saw the picture.
I'm getting confused. I overseen a lot of court. It would have been murder then. I apologize. Yeah, that's much better. Sorry, I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt here. When you were convicted of murder, Mr. Seeker. So, what is the nature of that, and how have you atoned for that sense?
Please don't send that.
Cameron, shut the hell up.
That was the guy, Rosie. The one that I sent. That's the guy who ran me over. I remember it well.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought that was a stock image of a neckbeard. Okay.
He said, yes, but Senator, you as well have been convicted of a crime, but had it expunged. I don't believe I should be denied my confirmation because of stupid decisions in the past. You received a second chance, just like I should.
No, my crime was expunged because I was able to prove that the trial was rigged. Why I should vote in favor to put you in charge of conviction.
You received a second chance, just
My
like
motion to proceed. I yield the floor.
Does anyone second the motion?
Second.
We will now proceed to a vote on N1311 DXRK seeker for associate judge of the federal court, presented by obviously the president. Senator Colton.
Yeah.
Senator Jones.
Aye.
Senator Bank.
Aye.
Senator Dakota has chosen by proxy to vote in favor. Senator Reinhardt. Senator Reinhardt.
Nay, sir.
All right. Senator Algorithm.
He voted no.
Senator Algorithm votes nay.
No, he voted ye.
Okay.
Yeah, voted ye.
Senator Ryan James has chosen by proxy to vote in favor. And Senator Sterling.
Aye.
All right. With 7 in favor and 1 opposed, the nomination passes the Senate. With all the items complete on the agenda, we will now move on to closing remarks, closing statements. And the floor is open.
Can we swear him in here? That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
I motion to adjourn.
I requested the floor.
Senator Sterling has the floor.
Thank you. I'd like to thank my colleagues for having such a wonderful session, which was filled with meaningful debate, and we passed essential legislation. Additionally, I would like to thank the Senate for passing 2 of my bills, and I can't wait for it to go to the House, and I know we'll get a fair shake with Speaker Cassidy and Leader Sanders. Finally, I'm announcing that I'll be switching to the Democrat Party. I spoke with my fellow Republican senators a few days ago, and we all decided it would be best if we left the Republican Party. We decided this because we stand for activity and getting things done, when on the other hand, the Republican Party is inactive and is getting nothing done. And we refuse to represent values that we are opposed to. I hope the Republican one day gets more active, though that day is not today, sadly. That is why I would like to thank my fellow senators. I yield the floor.
Thank you for this
Here,
beautiful
here.
words.
I motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right. We will now vote on adjournment. Senator Colton.
Yay.
Senator Cam.
Aye.
Senator Bank.
Aye.
Senator Reinhardt. Senator Reinhardt.
He left.
Okay, I guess he abstains. Senator Algorithm.
Aye.
Whoops. Oh, shit. Okay. Senator Sterling.
Aye.
With 5 in favor, 3 abstains, and none against, the Senate is now adjourned.
Okay.